I was just explaining how we are gonna be on and off.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah. And I was sharing the fact that the photo forest is providing real life and diverse stock photos. Right. So how did you get to creating this? Where were you coming from when you created this? It's a membership website, or at the beginning it should have been a membership website.
Yeah, definitely. It is a membership. It is still a membership platform. And actually, the idea why it's a membership is because I really wanted to foster community. And if you just purchase single stock photos, there's no community sense. So that's one of the main reasons why a membership site. How I came up with the idea, my background is in photography and graphic design and website design. And I got to the point in my website design, like business, I guess, where I was like, this business relies so much on me and my skills as a designer. And I really wanted to be able to do something that was, servicing more people and really helping more people in the online business world. And, it took me a year to come up with the idea of the photo forest.
Yeah, I like that. I love the idea of being of service and helping other people, right? I don't know if it's that or if it's the vibe, but I feel that many entrepreneurs are kind of happy not only to create the life that they want for themselves and to enjoy the freedom and all the perks, but to also create an impact and help other people.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what, one of the reasons for creating the community around the photo forest is, the essence of a stock photo to me is people are using it to market their businesses with, right? Mm-hmm. People don't just buy a stock photo and like store it away or hide it. No, they use it on their website, in their opt-in freebies, in Facebook ads, in their webinar slides, right? And it's helping them market their business. So I wanted to create a community where I could help and teach and share and support people in how to creatively market their business better and have more fun while doing it.
Hey, Aditi.
Hi, Aditi.
So absolutely, I hear you. I'm curious about the community aspect. So what are you calling community? Is it only the fact that you are bringing together like virtually people, or is there another offline part of this community?
Well, for the moment, it will just be online. But, my creative brain, when I'm like, yeah, community, I'm like, oh, I'll hold like in-person events. And, I want to do like immersions where people can come to Bali for 10 days and have a business idea and like take it through the stages. And at the end of the 10 days, they've got like a 90-day marketing plan and a website and a brand and know exactly what to do going forward. So yes, those things really excite me, but I have to step back a little bit and be like, all right, first, you need to create an online community. And what is the pivot point of that? Well, it's the platform of the photo forest, right? But saying that, you don't have to be a member of the photo forest and buy stock photos to be a part of the community. I've already got a free Facebook group happening, which is every Thursday I get live marketing experts come in and teach what you want to learn in there, right? So I'm all about, fostering this sense of upliftment and support in whichever way you need it for your online business.
Yeah, cool. So you told us a little bit about how you started, right, as a graphic designer and website designer. And I am curious about like what came before that. So what is the path that brought you to this moment? And also, how is it that you got to living on Bali?
How I got to live in Bali. So I have a pretty colorful past, and somebody here in Bali just recently said, oh, you're like me, you're a third culture kid. And I was like, yeah, I guess I am. So, I was born in Bangkok, but I grew up in Nepal and went to boarding school in India. So I have that kind of like colorful, rich gypsy lifestyle already, which is what I think really fueled my passion for creativity, is being brought up in cultures which were very rich in offerings and festivities and things like this, like Nepal and India, and Bali as well. So that's kind of my early past. My dad and my mom are both big influences in my life, and I went to university for art. So I was an art student, and then I managed to decide that I don't want to be an artist because, you know, it was just so fake in my world in London. So I then went and studied audio engineering for how long? 2 years in Australia. And that's kind of when I decided that I wanted to actually do business. And so I moved back to India and started an online jewelry company selling yoga jewelry. So that was my first foray into like kind of merging my creativity side, because I got to design necklaces and source beads and have all this fun in India. But then also nurture my passion for marketing and business and how do I do this? So that was like my first online business that I did. It was called Mahamala. And I sold it this year to start the Photo Force, because I truly believe in order to start something new, you have to let something go as well.
Absolutely. I like that. I like how you are like importing this spiritual part into your business. Absolutely. You have to create space for something new to grow. Yeah. I had a talk last week with Aditi, and she says that makes people so creative, so growing up all over. And it's true, like you have such an enriching, I don't know, like these are words, right? Like enriching and authenticity, but it's true, like you are filled with so much different sides of cultures because you've been living and traveling all around.
Yeah, I think it's basically, I think, you know, a third culture kid is where, you know, your parents are from different backgrounds and you grow up in a completely different culture. It just opens your mind to other ways of seeing, right? Which I think when you grow up just in one society, you kind of, you have no what is there until you manage to maybe go to university somewhere else, or go to school somewhere else, or you start having friends from different cultures, and then it starts kind of opening your mind to what else and other beliefs is out there. So I think I just had it at a very early age.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me how you ended up on Bali.
How I ended up in Bali. So my dad lives here part of the year, and my dad is a yoga philosophy teacher, researcher, and meditation teacher, and he's kind of has his semi-retirement here in Bali. So he's been here for over 25 years already, and he splits his time between traveling the world, teaching, resting in Bali, and then being in India as well. And so it was kind of like I would come to Bali every single year. My dad had always wanted me to move to Bali, and I was just like, no, it's too hippie, don't want to go there. And the last 3 years, I've actually been living in Cape Town, you know, of all places. It was amazing. I loved it. But I decided to actually move to Bali now because there's a really big entrepreneurial community here. Mm-hmm. And this entrepreneurial community I find so supportive. And, you know, I'm talking about community again because it's a thing that lights me up, really. It really does. And so I made the decision to move here in October last year because I knew I was going to launch the Photo Force, and I wanted the support and the people and the mindset that I'm finding here in Ubud.
I like the fact that you are constantly going back to community, right? So tell me what it is that you relate to community and why is it so core important to who you are and to your business too?
So for me, because I did grow up a lot in the different places between my parents as well when they separated, I never had one home, and being a third culture kid, sometimes home, you know, I was moved so often, so I didn't have this like one stable home base, and I still don't. I still move all the time. So a friendship and friends were always very important to me because you can kind of feel at home then when your friends are around. So for me, community is really about support, right? It's finding people who listen to you and tell you and help you out when you need it, and you can be there in turn for them as well.
Yeah, I like that. I like that very much. What else motivated you and motivates you still to carry out this project, the Photo Forest project?
What's motivating me is right now, what really inspires me is this idea that I can create something so much bigger than just myself, right? And being able to reach so many more people than if I was just a website designer or just one photographer. And just for the fact that, you know, I do Facebook Live interviews twice a week, once in the free Facebook group on Thursday and once on the Facebook page, the Photo Forest, on Tuesdays. And I get to reach out to these marketing experts, and that it inspires me. That inspires me to be able to be like reaching out to be like, will you come and teach your expert knowledge with, my tribe, my community, because we're hungry. We want to learn. We want to improve ourselves. And that's a big inspiration for me right now is being able to inspire other people.
I like very much this idea. So like, as I see it, right, you have your project and that is the Photo Forest, but then there is this whole universe around that. And it's basically about creating knowledge and sharing knowledge and co-creating. And I think we got cut again. No, we didn't.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, so co-creating is really big for me, and sharing, because I think each of us has so many special skills and things that we're really good at that I think we should be sharing with each other, and yeah, I just want to be able to have that platform and that place where people feel comfortable enough to do that. And being vulnerable in business is a huge thing for me, because many people have this face saying like everything's all right, everything's going all right. And, I'm doing almost twice a week vlog updates, because I'm showing people everything's not all right. And I am panicking and things go wrong, but it's how you handle it and how you choose to handle things in your life that kind of makes you the person who you are. So vulnerability and asking for help, like realizing that it's okay to ask for help when you need it in your business and in your life, and being able to reach out and be like, hey, I really need some help here. Who can help me?
I like that. How is it? I'm curious about the business side of the Photo Forest. So how are you supported right now? Did you go through seeding? Did you go through funding? So do you have business angels or anything of the sorts?
No, nothing. It's completely my own money, money that I have. It wasn't like, honestly, this project is under $10,000, and it's taken me 8 months to bring it to launch phase. We're launching on the 1st of June. And I share this in my vlog updates as well. It's like, I don't have a business investor. I don't have a financial background. I didn't even have a finance model until 2 days ago, when I did a presentation at the co-working space and somebody heard me and said, I'm willing to do it for you. And I was just like, thank you, And yeah, it was just I'm so grateful that somebody, I asked for help and somebody stepped up and said, I'll help you. It's my expertise. And this is the kind of circle that I really, really like and enjoy, and I'm experiencing at the moment. But what I wanted to say is that you can do something, and you can have a really big global idea, and just step by step do it. All right. And like, I've been doing this month to month. I don't have $10,000 in my savings even. I don't have that. But I trust and I know that this is the much money I need right now for the next step. And I managed to create those funds for myself. And so I really just wanted to share my story to let other people know that you can do it too. Many people think, oh, you need an angel investor, or, your family has to invest all of this money. I didn't do that. Like, yes, maybe my mother gave me a little bit of money, $1,000 once here, because I really needed it. And, so yes, I got a little bit of help, but no, this isn't like $100,000 business investment. Not at all. It's under $10,000.
Yeah, it's important to know that, right? Because I think it's rather overwhelming. So you have this idea and you're really passionate about your idea. Then you start thinking about, okay, but I need to have a business model, and I need to have a business plan, and I need to invest in that and that, in this and that. And then you go like, no, I think it's just better to stay at my job than go for the stuff that I'm really passionate about. And I actually can't really function normally without that. But safety sometimes just gets the better of us.
I totally see this happening to so many people, which is really one of the reasons I really want to just share and keep sharing the journey of the Photo Forest. And it's taken 1 year for the idea to come into my mind, and another whole year to actually get it to the launch phase, right? So many people think, oh, I can, time and, a whole year in advance. I didn't think it would take a year. I thought I could launch in 2 months. So I've learned very, very many valuable lessons in that. However, it's like humbling to think, wow, all right, I've come this far in my journey, and it's okay. I'm okay with that now, you know, and just accepting that, okay, it's cliche to say it wasn't the right time, but it wasn't the right time. Yeah.
Yeah, when you look back on that, absolutely you can say that. But when it's happening and everything is crumbling around you, like, why God? Why this? Why now?
I mean, one of the things my web development team, my original web development team, January of this year, and the project was meant to be finished in October, and they quit in January because they couldn't complete the task which they had set themselves. So imagine, I had nobody then. I had to find a new person and a new team to work on me. I mean, I could have quit right then, right? But I didn't want to. I still had this idea that the platform was, and I reached out to people all around the world saying, listen, it's half, not even half finished. I need someone to finish it. Do you know of anyone? Can you introduce me to anyone, please? I had no idea really who it was going to be or how I was going to find that person. And it took me 3-4 weeks to find the next person to work on the development of the photo force. So many obstacles coming up that I would have never foreseen. And yeah, just same thing, just, you know, go for it, to have your idea, be persistent with it, and you know, just keep dreaming and visualizing of what you want it to be.
What kept you going and what keeps you going?
You know, and I just realized this recently because I also took a break from the whole photo forest for about 2 months in maybe end of November to December. And I went to Australia and I did a road trip, and I didn't have time for it because it was meant to be finished before, obviously, right? But it didn't. So time got pushed. I still had my trip to Australia. I couldn't postpone that. So I took a break from it. So it had a whole pause, which is maybe why the web development team quit. Anyway, that's the other story. Whenever I talk to people about my idea of the photo forest, I got really excited, even when I wasn't working on it. And I just remember talking to a few people and they're like, wow, Nora, this is amazing. I can see your passion in it. And I was like, yeah. But, you know, it's, you know, going through so many problems and da-da-da. And then I get down the depressive spiral again, right? And then I'd not talk about it and forget about it. And then I'd talk to somebody else about it. So looking back now, I just realized that actually it excites me. This idea excites me, and this is what keeps me going.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool. It doesn't like I think that it works a lot to have this what I call the vision for your business, and it's not about like painting the picture, but like really feeling it in your heart, and that's exactly the excitement and the passion that you were talking about. Yeah. What about the business success? So like when you think about business success for the photo forest, how does that look like? And also for you in your personal life?
What does business success look like? Wow. I would really like to have a large community following. So, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm only talking about how many members are part of the photo force. Obviously, I want there to be over 1,000 members, even more, 10,000 maybe in 1 or 2 years, right? I'm aiming big with this because I really think it's a great idea and a great platform that hasn't necessarily been seen before in this capacity. So yes, I do want a lot of members, but then I also want a lot of members in my, you know, free Facebook group and people reaching out to each other and helping each other. And you know, there's a few Facebook groups that I'm a part of, and I really love the community spirit that's happening there. And I'd like my Facebook group to be a part of that as well. But then I'm thinking like down the line, I want to launch a creative marketing podcast. You know, I want to hold these in-person experiences. So for me, that would be kind of business success, is being able to inspire and help more and more people in online business. And it's really difficult because I used to only work with women. My graphic design and website design skills for my Nora Wendel business, I only work with female entrepreneurs. And so like I have to stop myself. And when I always think, oh, only women, I'm like, no, I want to help everybody who wants to have an online business. So that's kind of like business success, is I can see it growing into this like big platform with like little branches coming out into all these different aspects of the podcast and the retreats, maybe even writing a book, you know, in-person experiences and workshops in different countries. And then my personal success is I would love to be known as an inspiration and a motivation for other people to really just, you know, go for it. And like go for it sounds really masculine and really harsh, but taking an idea or being open to having an idea for a business that may be bigger than yourself and being able to help more people. And then sticking with it and sitting with yourself and following through with it.
Yeah. So there is feminine and there is masculine in that, right? I think that going for it is absolutely about stepping into action, but there is a lot of what you are mentioning now, giving in and letting the flow take its action, because sometimes it's just not the moment and there is something else that will come out of this experience. But totally follow your dreams and follow your passion.
Yeah.
What do you find rewarding in what you are doing right now with the photo forest?
So just repeat your question, please.
What is the most rewarding, or something that you find really rewarding now when bringing to life the photo forest?
At the moment, I'm really enjoying reaching out to marketing influencers and having them come onto Facebook Live interviews and, having questions from my audience members. Even if nobody, I think, even if one person shows up live, I know that one person is enjoying the content, is engaging with me, and then asking questions afterwards. And in the free Facebook group, it's like people, I see it. I don't even have to be in the Facebook group anymore. And it's not big. I have 230 members. It's not a huge group, but already it's fostering community within itself. And I love that. It makes me so happy to see that people are asking questions and other people are answering it for them already, right? And that for me is so beautiful to see already with such a small number of people.
Yeah, it feels that they already they already took their part of the project and they are carrying on and like nourishing it because they believe in it too. Yeah. So you're mentioning your parents, and you said that they, like all parents, I guess, were an inspiration for you and marked who you are at this moment. What exactly, maybe can you expand on that? What exactly was it that you learned from your parents? And also, who else do you find inspirational, and who else has inspired you throughout your journey?
So my parents are very, very different, and I love them because of that. So my mom is, a PhD professor. She's a Chinese historian. She's very audacious and she's very persistent, and she really has a strong personality, and she like says her opinion. And I really appreciate that about my mom, and I have taken on those qualities as well. So I'm very honest and I'm very truthful. And if you tell me, do I look fat in this dress? I'll say, yes, you do. However, why don't you wear this instead? Because it brings out the color in your eyes, or da-da-da-da-da. So I'm very honest like that, and that's how I live my life. So I take that from my mother, definitely. And, she was, I think she was like under 20 when she went in, I think, early 70s to Taiwan. So it's that adventurous spirit that she has as well. And, sorry, that was my cat. And my dad also under 20 when he went to Taiwan, and he was studying Taoism and Chinese philosophy and Eastern philosophy. And from my dad, very much, I really admire, he considers all viewpoints. So when there's an argument, he'll consider everybody's viewpoint and then make an informed decision. So he doesn't actually, judge. He's very compassionate. And I love that about my father very, very deeply. And so I'd like to bring that quality in. And who else inspires me? Wow. At the moment, honestly, like I'm listening to so many business podcasts, and each one of them, like I'm loving every single one of them. I listen to Social Media Examiner. I listen to Amy Porterfield. I listen to Zach Spuckler's Heart, Soul, and Hustle. I listen to some of Marie Forleo's stuff, right? So all of these people in business who I feel like a little bit more ahead of me in the game or in their business journey, I really enjoy them sharing their journey and how they got where they are, so that I can feel inspired to continue my journey and have somebody else to aspire to as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So the big names of the industry, Amy Porterfield, and yeah, cool. Thank you very much. So let's tell people, is there anything else that we should add, Nora?
Well, you've shown the links to the photo forest. We're launching on the 1st of June. I am sending out 5 free stock photos every single Thursday, and you can sign up to that by just going to our website, www.thephotoforest.com. And interested to come into our Facebook group. It's Creative Marketing 101 with the Photo Forest, very easy to remember and find. And, come and say hi to me. I'm always open for discussion and finding out more about you and how I can help you in your business, even if it's simple, just like I hear you and I see you and I understand your pain. Or your rewards, or your celebrations and your victories, or let's have a little celebration together. So I'm totally there.
Thank you for bringing that up. I was just thinking, absolutely. I think sometimes it's really important. We think of help like, oh, somebody can like really provide the things that I need, like tangible, but actually just having somebody to listen to your things, either your celebrations and celebrate with you, or to the shitty day that you just had.
Yeah, it's both. We have both in our life and in our business, right? So it's like, hey, it's like, what was your win today? Or what was your crowning moment? Or what did you accomplish? Or like, cool, all right, well, what do you need help with? Cool, all right. Do you just want me to listen to you? I'm here, let me listen to you and, talk away. And then can you listen to
me? Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much, Nora. It was very entertaining. So guys, you're going to find the links to the websites and to the free Facebook group and to the Facebook page in the description of the video. So the video will be downloaded and then imported on YouTube. So it's going to be there. And then you also saw them published on the screen during our talk. Thank you, Nora.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a happy day, and have a happy day, everybody who watched this.
And thank you, everybody who came and said hi.
Bye. Bye.